You are listening to episode 42 of Widow Coach with Joanne Filomena from Joanne the Life Coach. I'm a professional life coach and weight loss coach. I teach permanent weight loss through finding what works uniquely for you and then working on the rest of your life so we can uncover and address all the things that urge you to overeat. Let's get your best life and your best body in the process. Hello friends, how are you? I just got back from spending last weekend in Dallas with one of my dearest mentors and lots of coaches, learning tons more. I love learning from my fellow coaches and seeing what things they've uncovered. And one of the things we talked about, and this is one of the things I teach, but it's so amazing. You can just know this inside and out, but sometimes it takes someone else. It takes another coach to call you on it when you fall into the trap. Are you basing what you think you can accomplish in weight loss on experiences of your past? I fell prey to this very thing when I was thinking about what would be a quote-unquote good weight to get down to. What I was doing was thinking about times in my life I had dieted down to certain numbers and what felt okay. And of course, I wasn't stretching much. I just wanted a number I knew I could hit. This is a ridiculously bad idea. If I base what I believe I'm capable of right now on what I've been able to do in the past, then I'm never going to go any better than repeating my past. And my past is what's led me to my highest weight, right? Same for you. If you feel that you're at your highest weight right now, it's because you are perpetuating all your experiences of your past, instead of being able to project that out into the future by thinking new thoughts, by challenging yourself. When I flew out to Dallas and met with my mentor, Brooke Castillo, she challenged the number that I thought I should weigh. She challenged me to think new thoughts, to stretch way beyond what would be comfortable, even though what I might initially believe to be reasonable is less. And this is why I love her. We all need a coach to give us perspective. First, she asked me what I believed was possible, and then offered me what would be impossible. The impossible was 110 pounds. Oh my gosh. But she said, if you get down to 110 pounds and it's too small, you can always move back up the scale. You can adjust it. Now, do you think she's crazy? Here's the deal. Once you can do the impossible once, there's no stopping you. You can take that experience of having achieved something you thought was impossible and apply it to anything else in your life. Are you basing how much income you're capable of producing on your experiences of the past? What would be a possible amount of annual income for you to achieve? Think about that. Write that down. What do you think would be possible for you to achieve an income, say next year? If you base this number on your experience of your past, you're likely to set it to a number you were able to make in the past. Or maybe you'll take it a tad higher, but you're going to be restricted by that past experience. But now, if you ask yourself, how much annual income feels like it would be impossible for me to do? What is that number? What feels like, it would just be impossible for me to make this much money? Then decide to reach for that goal. When you try to reach that goal, how much higher can you actually achieve? And what if you actually did it? Impossible income. How do you do that? You let go of the past and do not live your present life in the past or based on your past. You have to be willing to let go of what worked or didn't work in the past to look to the future. You have to be able to think new thoughts about yourself. Everything ever invented in our world was because someone thought a new thought, a brand new thought. They thought about something that had never existed before. Do you think that you're not capable of new thoughts? I used to think I could never dream up something brand new. I thought I would love to invent something, right? I used to think this, even as a kid. I think I want to invent something. But how do you dream up something new? And I thought it had all been thought of before. It's all been done. But we do form new thoughts. The problem is we continue to rely on old thoughts and replay them. This is why I'm so big in teaching how to self-coach your own thoughts and learn how to observe your thoughts that drive your emotions in your life. If you're willing to stop basing your beliefs on your past and begin thinking in terms of what you want for your future, you're going to start thinking new thoughts, challenging thoughts. You want to ask yourself what's possible and then ask yourself, you know what? What's impossible? Just start to push against the wall of that comfort zone of possible. Maybe you make $70,000 a year and you think $100,000 a year might be possible, but the thought of $300,000 a year feels completely impossible. You have no idea where to even begin to make that much money. Or you think it would be way too hard. There would be too much work involved to earn that or create that. Doesn't matter. Write down $300,000 a year and think about how you could believe that was possible. Could you believe that $300,000 a year could be just as easy to make as your $70,000 a year? Could you believe the possibility that it might even be easier once you get there? Stretch your mind. It's the same with your weight. Are you setting your goals for some safe weight? Many clients tell me they've always been overweight, even as a kid. They tell me they were chunky as a kid, fat in high school. They might say they would be good at 180 pounds because that's where they think they can get down to. But how about 150 pounds? Impossible? No, it's absolutely not impossible. Might take time. But gosh, I think anyone on the planet can do 150 pounds. Are you thinking it would be too skinny? That's okay. Adjust it later if it is. You can always gain a little back up. Think if you reached an impossible goal, you reached for this impossible goal, and then you did it, how would that feel? What might you think about the rest of your life? Do you think you would want to continue to judge all the rest of your life and your goals based on what you were able to do in the past? Heck no. You would be like Rocket Woman, right? Bring it on. You'd be looking for the next big thing. How much more fun would it be to live your life that way instead of staying in the safe, mundane repeat of your past? Is it uncomfortable to do that? Yeah, it is. That's why the safe, mundane repeating of your past day in, day out is called a comfort zone. That's comfortable, like an old worn-out sofa that sags in the middle. But if you can allow yourself to feel just a little uncomfortable and learn to embrace that, now you're an Italian leather minimalist, sleek, modern sofa. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. This is what I've been doing for the last few years. I've been challenging myself on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. I challenge myself. And a lot of what I have done and accomplished has been so way out of my comfort zone. It's really made me stretch and reach, and it's scary. But I really feel like I'm living my life. Living outside of comfort, that's what I've been learning to do for the last 3 years. It's been the experience of a lifetime. I've created this podcast as well as 2 others. I've written 2 Amazon bestsellers. I've created a program for my clients that not only work to take off weight, it changes their lives. I created a coach certification program for widows. I have met amazing people along the way. My life has become so much more fun and richer and deeper. I'm off the old sagging sofa. I feel like I'm in the amusement park of life, right? The roller coaster ride may be a little scary. Might be hard to get on that ride that like takes you straight up in the air for I don't know how many stories and drops you straight down again. But that's when life is exciting. Do I backslide into my past? Oh yeah, just ask Brooke. She called me on it a few days ago and I told her what my good weight was. I literally slapped my hand to my forehead and then laughed. I was saying, I teach this, but I still slip back there and I don't even realize it. We all need that outside perspective to help us see where we're missing bits. 3 years of letting go of the past to build my future. And there it was again. I was letting my past define me. So yes, your past is important because, our past plays a role in who we are today. Of course, everything in our past happened exactly as it was meant to happen, to create who we are right in this moment. I would not be who I am in this present moment if it were not for the experiences of my past. And I am ever grateful for the 20 years I have with my husband because of all the amazing things we learned together and that I learned from him. So when I look back on that after he died, I could feel that gratitude for everything that I gained from the time I had with him. But if I'm going to continue to do amazing things in my life, I have to be willing to look at my amazing present and project a future that's not based on the past. If it's based on the past, it's going to be limiting my future because my beliefs will not reach beyond what I've already experienced. Same for you. Right? So don't limit your future by beliefs that don't reach beyond what you've already experienced. You want to create new thoughts and new beliefs of what's possible in your life. Write down a life goal that just scares you. Okay, makes your stomach clench, but you also feel like, oh my God, if I could do that, that would be so exciting. So good. So what stops you? Go for it. Right? And hey, let's get you results. I'm doing the 12-week Stop Overeating class again. It's just a unique opportunity to work with me. I'm doing it one more time. This is not my jam at this point. I am so focused on certifying widows to coach other widows. But I'm telling you, I have had so much fun with this 12-week Stop Overeating class and seen so much success for people. So I'm going to start one. Target is the last week of October to get that started. So hey, let's find the perfect eating protocol for you that starts your weight dropping down. Then we can focus on creating your very best life. We can solve the issues that are driving you to want to overeat. Once we get you so that you are beginning to lose weight and you are eating on a protocol that you create with my help, now we're going to be able to clearly see the things that come up. These are the things that have been urging you to overeat. And we can fix that part. That's my job. I mean, how amazing would it be to no longer even want to overeat? You have to want to not want it. And you can get there. If you want to find out more about the class, if you think you're interested in doing this class with me, just email me. I'm at joanne@joannethelifecoach.com. And that's JOANN, no E, JOANN @joannethelifecoach.com. Drop me an email and I will get back in touch with you, and sure, we can sign you up for the class. It would be my pleasure. It's going to be so much fun, and I want to have as many of you as I can join me with this in the last week of October so that we go straight through to the new year, creating a new life for you and a new body. You're going to have such a jump start on all those New Year's resolutions. It isn't even funny. Ridiculous fun. Meanwhile, get out there and start creating new joys in your life. I'll talk to you all next time.